The US government is spending roughly $4.5 trillion a year. I mean, that is so much money, and you don't need all that much of it to become extremely wealthy. How to get startup funding for a small business. I'll be showing you how to structure your small business to get funding within just a couple months. I'll also be sharing a few places where you can search for free money for your small business through grants. And I'll also be sharing some of my best secrets on how to get funding without a lot of credit history. Right now is one of the best times in history to start a business. There's so much money available to small business owners and a ton of new cash flowing into the economy. One of the things I always say is there is no cap to how much money you can earn when you own your own business, but there's always a learning curve for anyone just getting into it. I think most business owners learn by trial and error, so I want to help you learn from my past experiences and even some of my mistakes. There's something I find really rewarding when I help you guys get the loan you need to grow your business or get a grant that's going to let you hire someone. So if this video helps you in that way, I'd love to hear about it. Really, getting startup funding for a small business quickly comes down to doing certain steps in the proper order. If you end up doing these things in order, you end up saving yourself a massive amount of time and avoid a lot of the rejection. And these are all things you'll need to do when building a successful business. So you might as well do them in the most efficient order as possible. Now, these next steps are essential, so don't skip over these. It's not about jumping right into how to talk with banks. There's a strategy in setting up your business to make sure you can get funding quickly. I'm going to lay it all out for you. Okay, you first need to focus on putting together the proper business structure. Get yourself a business phone number, address, email, and website. And these don't have to take all that long to put together. There are a lot of websites out there that will let you buy a phone number for your company and then forward it to your personal cell phone. These numbers are cheap too. I don't want you to think that you need to pay for a whole new phone plan with these. They usually come out to around a few dollars a month. You'll also need a business address. I usually like to use virtual offices as my business addresses rather than my home address because I generally don't want my customers knowing where I live. I have to imagine that goes for most people. Now, I do usually build a business website first so I can have a branded email for my companies, but it doesn't matter that much when you're registering your business with the state. You can create a branded email for your business after you've already registered with the state and then just update it. Now, if you haven't yet, smash that like button. Hitting that like button is free, just like this video is free, and I'll make sure to tell you not only how to get funding for your business, but a couple other secrets on how to get free money for your business at the end of this video. Okay, now that you have the basics of your business done, you'll need to register it with your state. And you can usually do this online at your state's website. This usually takes somewhere between 15 to 20 minutes. If it's your first time ever doing it, it may take a little longer, but it's not something that's really that hard to do. You'll then receive articles of incorporation in the mail for your company in a couple weeks after that. If you got yourself a little virtual office, those articles of incorporation will be delivered there. Once you have these, you can then get an employer identification number or EIN with the IRS. This gives your business its own federal identity, kind of like a social security number. Now, this is a crucial step if you want to build business credit to get funding. Just like your personal credit is tied to your social security number, your business credit is going to be tied to this EIN. And once you register with the state and you have your EIN, you can then register your business with the largest of business credit bureaus named Dun & Bradstreet. When you build your business profile on their website, you'll receive what's called a DUNS number that you can use to build your needed credit history to get funding. Okay, once you have your business registered, you're going to want to get a business bank account. Set this up using the EIN and other business information you already put together. That way, you can easily start showing business transactions, including income and expenses. Now, you often can get a business credit card soon after creating that business bank account, but even if you don't get offered a line of credit, you can almost certainly get a secured credit card that you can use to start building additional business credit. Now, this next trick is one of the biggest secrets for getting funding quickly for your small business, and that's building a payment gateway account for your business. I've personally used PayPal and Stripe for several of my businesses in the past. They are extremely good for new online businesses. Another good provider to use is Square. especially if you have more of a brick and mortar style business where you accept payments in person from your customers. But the reason building an account with PayPal or Stripe is so effective is because these companies also provide lending to businesses that have accounts with them. Since they will be handling a lot of your business transactions, they can quickly get an idea of how much revenue you're bringing in and what your expenses are. And they do often give funding in the six-figure range if your business qualifies. And right now, I'm honestly at a point I can fund essentially any new venture I want to pursue. But if I was to go back and needed funding, PayPal and Stripe would be two of the lenders I'd first be considering. I've always been pretty happy with my working relationship with them. Now, just keep in mind, they have an idea of how much money you have coming in each month, so they will usually lend you a percentage of that. Once you kind of have all this set up, you can also start looking at building some Net 30 accounts. If you have a business that keeps some type of inventory, a lot of suppliers will send you product and give you 30 days before you need to make payment. So this is a Net 30 account, and they go up from here. You can find Net 60 and Net 90 accounts as well, but obviously it's usually a little faster to get a Net 30 account. Just be mindful to try and get Net 30 accounts that are reported to the credit bureaus. You want to make sure each order and payment improves your business credit history. But if you provide services or digital products, I don't want you to feel like you need Net 30 accounts to get big lines of credit. Obviously, it will have more to do with being able to show transactions and profitability. Okay, any bank or company that will be willing to lend your business money will want to see that you're investing or reinvesting money back into its success. If every penny that comes in gets transferred to your personal bank account, that might be concerning to a lot of lenders. So make sure that the expenses of your business are made using your business account. And this is because banks want to know you're investing in the venture. They won't want to risk on a company that you won't take a risk on yourself. As promised, for those who've stayed this far in the video, I'll be covering some methods for getting free funding for your business. Finding a bank that will lend you money is great, but receiving money that doesn't need to get paid back is obviously way better. And the cool thing is, I've known several people to get grants for their business with something as bare bones simple as a business plan and a resume. Now, I can't say you should rely on getting grant money when starting a new business, but I can say it is definitely something to look into. So I just want to quickly go over a few places you should start looking if you want to get a grant for your business. And the first of these is grants.gov. They've actually been trying to make it easier for companies to find and apply for grants. They've even created a phone app so you can easily stay on top of new grant opportunities you might qualify for. And this website honestly has a wealth of knowledge on how to get a grant. They have a learning center specifically designed to take people applying for grants for the first time and teach them everything they need to know and prepare to get funding. I found a lot of people have had success in business in general just because they have focused their efforts on knowing how to apply for government money and grants. You have to think the U.S. government is spending roughly $4.5 trillion a year. I mean, that is so much money, and you don't need all that much of it to become extremely wealthy. Okay, another place you should consider looking for a grant is with the U.S. Small Business Administration. Besides loans, they also provide grants, so I'd recommend talking with some of the local SBA small business development centers. Those guys know what they are doing and can help you not only get a loan, but possibly grant money as well. Okay, another place you should consider looking for a grant is with your state government. A lot of states provide grants for new businesses because they are focused on local economic development. I've known individuals to win grants up to $50,000 for simply having a good resume and a well-written business plan. If you're thinking of building out a business and you're going to later want to get funding for it, having both of those, a good resume and a business plan, can really help you jump on opportunities for grants right when they pop up. And keep in mind, when you're trying to get funding, take advantage of as many bonus points the government will give you. You know, if you're a business owned by a minority, a woman, a veteran, or your business is located in what's called an opportunity zone, make sure to communicate that when seeking funding. Go ahead and smash that like button. As promised, I gave you some of my best secrets for getting funding for a small business. Hitting that like button is free, just like this video is free, and it helps other entrepreneurs find this video. I have quite a few videos about getting startup funding for small businesses, so remember to subscribe, and you guys have a great day.